2% of the population of Mississippi is Hispanic. You've got a population of about 3 million total. You're sitting in a state here in California where you've got an estimated somewhere between 5 to 7 million illegal immigrants or aliens right here in California. So I want to hear what the governor of Mississippi says that will resonate with folks here in California.
Well, let me just tell you, I've had a different experience than perhaps some other governors. I don't know where we would have been in Mississippi after Katrina if it hadn't been for the Spanish speakers that came in to help rebuild. And there's no doubt in my mind some of them weren't here illegally. Some of them were, some of them weren't. But they came in, they looked for the work. If they hadn't been there, if they hadn't come and stayed for a few months or a couple of years, we would be way, way, way behind where we are now. Every country, I don't care if it's the United States of America or Papua New Guinea, every country has got to have a secure border. If you can't secure your border, you're not much of a country, and we've got to secure our border. But we got to do so with the recognition that even in our lifetime, we're going to have a labor shortage in the United States. We don't want to be like Japan, where the aging population is supported by fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer. So there's got to be a way to, A, we got to secure the border, but B, we've got to work through how are we going to make sure we got the labor we need in the United States. H-1B visas, a huge, huge thing. My idea is everybody from Stanford who's from India that gets a PhD, we ought to stamp citizenship on his diploma. So instead of him going back to India and starting a business that employs 1,800 people, that he'll start a business that employs 1,800 people in Des Moines, Iowa, instead of India. A lot of this is just common sense. And common sense tells us we're not going to take 10 or 12 or 14 million people and put them in jail and deport them. We say we're not going to do it, and we need to quit. Some people need to quit acting like we are, and let's talk about real solutions.
Last issue I want to mention to you right now. You've got 37 candidates running for governor. Do you want them to just stay away from the Ground Zero Mosque?
No, whatever they think.
What do you think?
I think it's an awful thing. I think it is an absolute determined attempt to stick its finger in people's eye. I was very interested. Nancy Pelosi on TV the other day appeared to be saying she wanted to know, she